I'd like to introduce you to this house here. Wow. Traffic is speedy, doing double the speed limit. Alright, I'd like to introduce you to this house right here. Now imagine, if you will, the cinematics of this right here. Imagine it as a home for a sitcom or something like that. So the carport, actually let's get a little bit more framed up. Let's say this was used in the title card, maybe the intro, or from some scenes, just like a brief bumper in between scenes. So imagine that, if you will. Hey, little fruit stripe, little fruit baby. Now imagine, let's try this again. So imagine, let's see, this is the outside of the house. They do a scene briefly transitioning between like other scenes in the show. And right here is a circular kind of area made of blocks. There's about 3 palm trees in there. And with a floodlight aiming up, just like it's Florida, except this is actually not Florida. It's pretty far from. Anyway, so imagine that. And that weatherhead and the utility line looks kind of ugly, but anyway, the house looks good from the outside. And this house is old. It's over 100. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's 2026 right now. Imagine some landscape there, some beautiful plants, kind of like these hosta lilies that are there. I mean, it doesn't have to be those same plants. Now I'm trying to figure out what to do with this space. It's kind of a useless gap. It used to be just a driveway, then I put in the carport. Kind of almost wish I had a double width carport to have 2 cars. I had the money to do it, I just didn't think. I mean, and I got a tall one just in case I ever got a van. But it doesn't look bad the way it is. It could have been worse. Anyway, so, but I've kind of been thinking maybe I should turn this into a deck. Hey there, fruit stripe. I love you, little fruit girly. She's gonna be missing her brother really soon. This road killed him. Yesterday, April 4th, 2026 is when her brother, her brother was El Pinco Nozo, the Sunshine Child. He was a nice, beautiful orange cat with golden, like gold-colored eyes, with a wonderful bright pink nose, with a white chin. Fruit stripe. Fruit stripe. So he had white in similar areas where she does, like underneath her chin and underneath his chin. Well, anyway, so imagine, let's go back again. Imagine this scene. And there's a planter box right there made out of glass blocks. Only comes up about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 foot tall. Maybe 2 foot tall. And it's glass blocks that are illuminated with either turquoise blue or hot pink. Same right there, right? And then there's palm trees growing up on each side of this. And then hidden by the planter box is a floodlight that aims up, just like you see the palm trees lit on the highway. And then what I also thought about is maybe plant palm trees along here in a planter box, either in the empty areas or to cover up these steel beams. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. And then palm trees along here. And then what I want to do is have palm trees along this back porch in a row, maybe about 5 of them. And then, I don't know, maybe 6 of them, it depends. Then have some along this back side here. Or maybe I'll expand the deck a little bit further back here, I don't know. Because before I moved in, I bought this house in 2014. But before I moved in, this was just like this. So a long time ago, I don't know, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, who even knows? This porch apparently had extended out along here. Because you can see where somebody had cut off the supports and left them there. And oh, what is that? This one's, yeah, it's anchored down in there. And then, so all along here, there was a deck that went along back behind the house. I wonder if I should do that again. I mean, I didn't do it, but somebody else did. But I wonder if it should be done again. No. They use 4x4s, which tells you how long ago it was done. Because in the 2000s, especially 2010s, but like stuff started switching over to like 6x6 post. But anyway, now what's really nice is like right here, a little bit back, right here. This looks like TV show title card right here, the back side of the house. So from the east side, whether it be the northeast side or from the southeast, this house looks nice. Now you can't really see it from the west because there's like houses in the way. I like the ideas of sitcoms, write my own voiceover stuff, announce. My voice is getting kind of raspy because I haven't drank much water today. Took naps and whatever. And Fruit Stripe likes her sewer cover. This is the last place that I think she got to really play with her brother on April 2nd, 2026. This is Fruit Stripe. She's 8.5 months old. And her brother, El Pinco Nozo, the Sunshine Child, just died yesterday on April 4th, 2026. And he is buried right here. This hibiscus flower bloomed the morning he died. I have it inside my house, but for a few days this past weekend it was warm. Or this past week it was warm. And what I'm thinking about doing is planting some palm trees around here and making this a nice kind of summer place. But like, this shed is old and I've thought about moving it. This pad, I measured it. This concrete pad is exactly 10 foot wide, 10 foot long. And I mean, it can be used for stuff. It's about the size of a small bedroom. I was thinking about planting palm trees all around it. Now, if I were to turn it into a greenhouse, I could grow sago palms in there because they take forever. Like, I got a sago palm tree and I put it out on the porch every summer. And it grows about 1 inch a year, maybe 2 inches a year. So in a 20-year period, it grows 40. So it grow like maybe 5 foot in 2 inches a year. Gosh. Might grow 2 foot in a decade, maybe. I don't know. But the thing is, like, a greenhouse has got a 12-foot ceiling inside. Like, it can handle it within a person's realistic lifetime. These palm trees take forever to grow. But if I can keep the greenhouse at least above 50 Fahrenheit, preferably 60 Fahrenheit all year round, then I can leave those sago palms out here and the hibiscus plants, because I've got hibiscus that flowered 3 times during the winter, growing it indoors, and just from the light coming in from them 2 windows, and then a 10-watt light bulb set to the indigo color, smart light. Indigo would be about 15% red and about 85% blue, and that sustained that enough to flower. It flowered 3 times during the winter, and then here's the 4th flower of this year, and I put it on the grave of my wonderful sunshine child, El Pinco Nozo. He's a wonderful baby, and I buried him yesterday right before I went to work. Put the heavy rocks on there to mark his grave so the lawn mowing crew won't run over it. I'll probably make a gravestone out of concrete, and plus it keeps them dogs. Like, there's not really any dogs I know of that comes over in my yard, but if they did, they can't dig up my little pink-nosed baby, El Pinco Nozo, the sunshine child. Anyway, so he was one of 5 kittens. But yeah, they were playing out here for a while, for months out here in the backyard, and he must have crossed the street and he got ran over. The vehicle went really fast because they must have been doing 2.5 times the speed limit because of the blood mess that it left. And then it tracked it for about 20 feet, left blood spots where the blood got stuck to the tire, and then would just track on as it rolled. So the person was traveling up that way. And, yep. Well, anyway. So I'm trying to make me a little, kind of a tropical escape. This is a failed attempt at building a tree house. Couldn't get any help to complete it. I just had to abandon it. But it's budding right now, the poplar tree. But I might eventually want to build a deck on this right there. I don't know. I mean, the house kind of looks good the way it is, but I'd kind of like a covered porch. I don't know. Now, if I cover it, I don't have to cover it with something opaque. I can, like, there's like transparent, clear plastic sheets, so it looks like, that wavy, like, metal that they use on roofs of, like, buildings or whatever, sheds or whatever. You've seen it before. Well, they make a plastic version of that kind of stuff for decking, and it's clear. It's just clear plastic. It might be polycarbonate, it might be some other plastic, but it lets sunlight through. And so I can have it out on the porch and have all the sunlight for my plants or whatever. But then I thought about, maybe what if I built a greenhouse on there, like a sunroom porch, but built like a greenhouse with those polycarbonate panels that are hollow, they're insulated. And the idea is I can keep my hibiscus out on the porch even in the winter, and if I could get it to be like, if I can get it to stay 60 by insulating that in, underneath the porch, and then getting those hollow plastic polycarbonate greenhouse panels, the one that are made for greenhouses that insulate, that'd be nice. It'd be nice if I can get it to stay 60 Fahrenheit so I can be out here in the winter. And I've successfully proven my theory that if I keep the temperature of the hibiscus plants at 60 Fahrenheit or above, and give them enough soil to make give them enough water to make the soil wet, not soggy wet, like you press into it and water comes up, but like wet enough to like clump together, and they get a decent amount of light. They'll actually flower in the winter. It's like they don't know that they're in the winter. It's like you're trying to trick them into thinking that they're still in Hawaii. And if I could build a greenhouse here, I can do that, and then I can just walk out the door, be out on my porch, be in a tropical environment with palm trees and all that, and hibiscus. Fruit stripe, I love you, my little fruit girly, my little fruit baby. Oh, yes, you're a good kid. Anyway, so I thought about doing that. Now, these palm trees that you might remember me talking about, these palm trees are not a regular kind of palm tree. They're known as the Chinese Windmill Palm. And they got a scientific name, but anyway, they're rated for mostly 5 degrees Fahrenheit. You can grow them as far north as Zone 7A, where we are, where I live at. Some species, some varieties of it has survived Zone 6. Some varieties, when I do some research and watched some videos and read some articles, some of them have survived down to, I think, -5 Fahrenheit. Some varieties of them that grew in certain climates have survived, I think, down to -5. So this is about as far north as you can realistically grow them. Well, actually, Boise, Idaho is Zone 7A as well, and that's further north than here. So there's a way. But some people grow them closer to the house so the wind can't affect these plants, so it keeps them warmer. And then maybe some of the heat escaping from the house helps warm the plant. Fruit stripe, come here, baby. But then again, if you got a floodlight coming up out of the landscape and shining onto the tree, some of the heat from the floodlight should help. But yet another thing, if you cover them with plastic, and then even if you just do a 60-watt incandescent, that'll provide illumination, but it also provides enough heat. When trapped in the plastic, it can keep them above their freezing point and help them survive. You shouldn't need an infrared heat lamp. I mean, anyway. Well, that's going to have to be it for this video. It's about 18.5 minutes, so until next time, enjoy.